But we're going to be working out some of the kinks in this tonight, and obviously use y'all as guinea pigs, like I always like to do. Yeah. But we have three incredible riders on the stage tonight. We've got a whole new set for them, and we've got new cameras working on it. On my left here, far left, Jamie Adamson. Say hello to everybody.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, man. We have Jason Grove right here. Grove and Hernadez on the end. All these guys, man, top riders, and you're going to enjoy the show like you would believe. And we're going to have some other stuff go on too. Hopefully, I can talk to these guys to do some spoken word, and we can just chat a little bit about what's going on. But I'm going to turn it over to Jamie and let him rock this house, man. Y'all give a warm welcome to these three gentlemen, would you?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw my spiel out at y'all too, because I took the time to kind of write it down. But I would like to welcome everyone that showed up tonight for the first Ground and Around. We're going to try to do this once a month throughout the end of the year, see how everything goes out. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoy it tonight. Tell your friends about it. Come back out. I'd like to thank Mr. Hal Odell back here for taking the time to get in my little Prius and ride from Nashville with me. And we're going to get him up later on and have him sing a song for y'all. But tonight we're going to try to dig in deeper into why we're songwriters, why we do what we do, why we write the songs, how we write the songs, how they come. Sometimes they come like that. Sometimes they take days. And I know from experience myself, I've been writing since I was probably 13, 14 years old. And sometimes the songs, man, they'll just fall out of the sky, and you write them down. And me and Hal was talking about this on the way. You write this song, and you spend all this time on it, and you think, okay, I've got this down, and you send it to a friend. Or in my case, you sit in your Toyota Prius, and you play that song for your friend on your cell phone. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty good, man. So you think, I'll play it out. So you do. And the room's just as quiet when you get done, because nobody gets it, you know. You ain't figured it out yet. So you go home, and you think, to be honest with you, that job at Home Depot is starting to look pretty good. You know, that $12 an hour that they offered you. But though guitar, why it becomes such a part of you, I have no idea. We all have more than one. It's just another thing me and Hal was talking about. And but you sit down, you pick that guitar up, and you play that song again. And there's something there. You can't deny it. There's something in that song. And for me, I had played that song, this particular song. I'd played it a lot, over and over, and moved back to Nashville. And I play it one night, and I think, man, that's not that bad. It's a pretty good song. And comes back around the next gig I get, I'm sitting there, and I'm fixing to play a song, and I hear somebody way in the back of the room say, man, play like my daddy done. Yeah. And it's like, okay. And then I'm playing another gig, and I hear that same thing again. Man, play like my daddy done. That's one of my favorites that you do. Both of these guys right here have said that. They're the only first two, really, that's ever said it. And they both, in that moment, gave me some wings. Kept me from wanting to quit. Because I don't care who you are at some point in time or what you're doing. It don't matter if it's writing songs, singing, or building skyscrapers. Some point in time, you want to quit. You get tired. You get beat up. But
hey, will you play like my daddy done?
That's what I'm fixing to do. So, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoy tonight. This is not about me singing or Jason singing or P. May singing. It's about the songs we write and why we write them. And like my daddy done, just so you know, because this is what it's about. Like my daddy done is about my grandpa. It's about my dad. It's about three of my best friends' dads. My grandpa sitting on Pearl River in Mississippi when I was just a kid, sitting on a log with a cane pole fishing. Why he told me what he told me. Nudge. And he says, son, don't ever forget, every woman in the world needs love. No matter what, every woman needs to be loved. Never forgot that. That ended up in my song. And it's all these little tidbits that I learned coming up. And that's what Like My Daddy Done is. Well, I handed him a whiskey. That's where it all began. Started in Montana, ended up in Afghanistan. He was fighting for his country, the red, the white, and the blue, just doing what his daddy done. He said he'd take a drive down a back road just to see what he might find. 'Cause you never take advantage of what another man leaves behind. You always plan your exits, boy, and you'll never be last in line. And you'll do it like my daddy done. My daddy laid brick down in Alabama. You know he fished that Dog River dry. Reached down fire and brimmed the storm. Said a man shouldn't be afraid to cry. Said every woman on God's green earth deserves to know real love. Well, he never drank that whiskey. Just touched the rim a time or two. Said the smell of it reminded him of things he shouldn't do. He slowly slid that glass out of reach. He said there's some things a man can't teach. But my daddy laid brick down in Alabama. You know he fished that Dog River dry. He preached down fire and brimstone. Said a man shouldn't be afraid to cry. Said every woman on God's green earth deserves to know real love. I think I'll take a drive down a back road just to see what I can find. 'Cause you never take advantage of what another man leaves behind. You always plan your exits, boy, and you'll never be last in line. And you'll do it like my daddy done. Just like my daddy done. Like my daddy done. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, sitting to the left of me here, I'm going to go ahead and formally introduce him as Mr. Jason Grove, the poet.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Man, I met Jason through P-May. P-May does a round down in White Bluff on the other side of Nashville. He does a round called Just a Song, and that's where I met Mr. Jason Grove at. And, man, I'm just going to hand you the mic and let you change our life. Yeah. Yeah, we got about 3 Grammys in the work right now.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what
I got. I just released a CD and it went triple copper last night. I got some in the bed of my truck out here if y'all want them. I've sold 1,000 copies of that thing. Right.
He's got some killer hats too out there for sale.
Yeah. I wrote a bunch of songs about drinking whiskey and beer and just the typical thing most people want to write about. And one night my sister called me and she said, you know, we were raised Church of Christ. We were there every time the doors were open. Mama had us in there, and I never saw my parents take a drink of anything. And I don't know why I write about that stuff because I really don't know about it.
Me either. The line
she laughed about.
The line in Like My Daddy Done where I talk about him sliding the whiskey away. My dad, in all my years, in my 48, finna be 49, I've never seen my dad touch a drink of alcohol. But, you know, it's my dad, Pentecostal. Grew up Pentecostal church.
Well, she said, why don't you try writing about something you know about? And I said, okay, I'll try to. She wanted me to write a gospel song. So this was my attempt at a gospel song. And it's called The Book. So.
Yes, sir.
Mama read a book to me when I was 8 years old. She told me in this book was everything I'd ever need to know. There's chapter after chapter of peace and hope and love, written in the verses by our Father up above. Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, we all know the names. There's Timothy and Peter and Titus and St. James. But of all the names she read to me, written in his word, Jesus is the sweetest one that I'd ever heard. And now anytime that I'm in need, well, I'll just take a look, because the answers that I'm searching for are written in the book. It talks about forgiveness and the sacrifices made, so that we can live forever on the streets of goldly paved. Abraham and Mary and Sarah, Ruth and Eve, they're all there in that story, the greatest story I believe. But of all the names she read to me, written in his word, Jesus is the sweetest one that I've ever heard. When I get there, I know I'll see my mother standing there, who taught me how to trust in God and go to him in prayer. There's Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, we all know the name. And Timothy and Peter, and Titus and St. James. But of all the names she read to me, written in his word, Jesus is the sweetest one that I've ever heard. Yeah, Jesus is the sweetest name that I have ever heard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jason Grove, y'all.
Next, I'll do the drinking songs.
Next up with the drinking song. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Pime Hernandez. I met Pime through another mutual friend, Mr. Goolsby.
Yes.
Mr. Goolsby's gonna come up here at some point
Nice.
and do some ice baby for us.
All right.
Yeah.
What is that called
But,
that he uses? The,
Smoking on the road.
no, the kazoo thing.
Oh
That's-
yeah,
He's
the
got a
kazoo. Yeah.
song with the kazoo, I think, right?
Yeah, you would just have to hear the kazoo song, but maybe we can work that out too. But Pime Hernandez, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, so good to be here. Grateful to be out playing music. Thank you, Jamie and Asa and Grinder House, Crossville, everybody for having us and coming out here. It's pretty awesome stuff. Man, I didn't know I was going to have to follow that, y'all. I figured I'd probably have to start at least, but anyways, my name is Pime Hernandez. That comes from my full name, which is Epimenio. So I'm half Mexican, and Epimenio is my full name.
You can't tell.
You can't tell I'm Mexican?
No.
Okay.
You can't tell that you're half Mexican.
That I'm half?
Yeah.
Which half? Yeah, I always get asked that question. But anyways, no, I'm grateful to be here, guys. Thank you so much. But yeah, I go by Pime. That's P-I-M-E, like Pime, but it's pronounced Pime. So
That's what I called you the first time I met you.
you
was
did.
Pime.
Everybody does. When they see my name, they call me Pime, or at least they try to Pime or something. But it's all good. So man, so glad to be here. I love that song, man. Like my daddy done. I've kind of taken a new recent journey in my life. I quit drinking, and that line really sticks out to me, and it means a lot to me as a father, and I've been a father for a long time. And yeah, I've not always been there for my kids when I should have been, and I'm realizing that now after 15, 16 years. And so I'm 46 days today, and I feel great, and thank you guys so much. Yeah, but they're worth it, and I'm living my dream, and they're loving me and coming alongside me, so I'm grateful for them, and it's just a good day. So thanks, guys. I'm going to start with the song, I guess. It's actually it was my first single that I released. I've got some music out there. I'd love for you guys to go check it out. You can find me on all the socials out there at Pime Hernadez. Got some videos out there, which I'm excited about, and we've got some cool stuff going on. So just a little shameless plug for that. But this is my first single. It's called Setting That Dial on my radio. I wrote this with Nick Riley and a good buddy of mine, Matt Revere, played guitar on it, and it's just a fun song. So I hope you guys like it, and if you feel free, sing along. Here we go. Hopped in my truck, four-way drive. Knew it was gonna be a long, long ride, one hell of a night. Never knew that I'd be on my way, picking you up, and sometimes I don't know why the skies are gray when I'm staring right at you. I never knew how much the sunlight shined on you. As I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, watching the rain fall down all over my window. Then a song came on, got me singing along, and now I wanna be with you all night long. As I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, on my radio. Laying on my tailgate under the star-soaked sky, I saw the reflection of the moon in your eyes, girl, it felt so right. And I never knew how much the moonlight shined on you. As I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, watching the rain fall down all over my window. And a song came on, got me singing along, and now I wanna be with you all night long. As I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, on my radio, on my radio, on my radio. Let's crank it up, get in my truck. Crank it up, baby, get in my truck, yeah. Crank it up, get in my truck. Let's crank it up, get in my truck. Crank it up, baby, get in my truck, yeah. Crank it up, get in my truck, yeah. One more time, everybody. Let's crank it up, get in my truck. Crank it up, baby, get in my truck, yeah. Crank it up, get in my truck. On my radio, on my radio, on my radio. Oh, as I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, watching the rain fall down all over my window. And a song came on, got me singing along, and now I wanna be with you all night long. As I'm sitting here setting that dial on my radio, on my radio, on my radio, on my radio. Thank you guys so much. That was my first single, y'all. It's a fun song, so it's always a fun one to be able to do.
Man, this next song I'm gonna do. I was down in Alabama last year, around September or so, and a hurricane had come through, blew my dad's fence down. I went down to help him put his fence back up, and it's actually the first song me and Jason wrote. And but he sends me this message as I'm digging post holes in the mud to try to stand this fence back up, about this song I did. And I'm like, man, I said, dude, this is what I'm doing, and digging post holes, and I forgot about it. Didn't think about the song I did again. It just gone till about 3-4 weeks later.
Yeah.
And I message him, and I'm sitting at the house, and this comes to mind. I'm thinking, oh man, I forgot about this. And I message him, and I'm like, man, I love this idea, and I'd love to write it if you hadn't already written it with somebody else. You know, it's that kind of idea. And I'm thinking, man, I cannot mess this up. And so we never sat down. We've only sat down together once and wrote a song. We've tried 2-3 times, but only once has it happened. We write everything to text. It's no sitting down together. It's all, well, what about this? And but Sounds Like Heaven come out of our first text write session. I bet Haggard's up there whistling on a freight train. That Cadillac and Hank got back in session. And Cash is probably stomping out the footlights. Well, that's one way that I can picture heaven. It seems like today everybody raves about the music, seeing pop songs passed off as down home belong. Well, I'm sure that all their hearts are in the right place, but I sure do miss those good old country songs. I bet Conway's up there singing, hello, darling. Jones said, step right up, come on in. Waylon's probably rambling like the old days. And Paycheck's singing about an old violin. Well, it's still alive despite its disposition. That good old country music we love so well. Some might say country's gone to hell. To me it sounds like heaven. Sounds like heaven. Charlie's fiddle scared the hell out of the devil. They got him driving Diffie around as a pickup man. Patsy got her closer walk with Jesus. And there's yesterdays with wine and George again. I bet Conway's up there singing, hello, darling. Jones said, step right up, come on in. Waylon's probably rambling like the old days. And Paycheck's singing about an old violin. Some might say country's gone to hell. I forgot the words. Me, it sounds like heaven. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Sounds like heaven. This is my favorite part right here. I kind of twisted and threw this in at the end, and Jason said it was okay. So, will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. And I bet Haggard's up there whistling on a freight train. Thank you. Sounds like heaven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we come out of the gate hard there, I believe.
Yeah, trying to catch up ever since. We get together and we just sit there and look at each other for an hour.
That's what we did the last time, 2 hours. We sat there and looked at one another. Jason went, well, I said, you won't call it? And he said, yeah.
A few years ago, I was hanging out in a bar in my hometown there, and I was just playing for some friends and for a tip jar, and that pretty lady right there walks up to me and asked me for a request for a song by Merle Haggard, and I looked at her and I said, nah, you don't know that song. And she did. She knew that one, and she knew every Merle Haggard song there was, and that's how this song came about. So let's see. Well, I was playing my guitar for some of my friends in a bar on the outskirts of town. I was playing a few of my favorite songs, passing the tip jar around. When out of nowhere she walks up to me, will you play my favorite song? And I thought there's no way she'll know what's that old man was I ever wrong. She had me at Haggard. She knew all the lines to my favorite memory, working man blues. Mama tried. She knew red bandana, and she loved silver wings. Yeah, she had me at Haggard. She's perfect for me. She's still by my side after all of this time, and we've made a memory too. And I never dreamed we would make it this far, but I'm really glad that she knew all the songs I grew up on that made me this way. A modern day classic born a little too late. She had me at Haggard. She knew all the lines to my favorite memory. Sing me back home, and Mama tried. She knew red bandana, and she loved silver wings. Yeah, she had me at Haggard. She's perfect for me. Yeah, she had me at Haggard.
Jason Grove, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Just gotta get tuned up here real quick one more time.
That's all right, man. Y'all having a good time so far? How's the food? The food's awesome, man. The food, I have to say, the food is just some of the best I've had in Tennessee. The BLT, no, I'm serious, man. Serious. I don't eat out a lot, but I used to, and I know some good restaurants, but the food's great. The BLT is the bomb. I love the BLT. But the biscuits They sweet too.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that, folks.
You all right, man?
All right, so I'm very compelled now to sing a song that we wrote.
Go for it.
Because y'all were doing that, and I thought that was quite fitting. So I was jealous.
That's
Sorry.
kind of what I was trying to do. And then you wanted to sing one that we had wrote, and I had it on my list, but I'm going to let you do it, though.
Well, maybe we'll see, because we've
We'll
got a
see
couple that
Yeah.
we've written that are on the list. But
Yeah.
this one right here is called Small Town Dream. You remember that one?
I vaguely remember it,
You vaguely remember that one?
but I bet you remember the whole thing.
I do.
You do?
And what's pretty cool about this song for me is Jamie came over the house to write, and we were just writing. We've gotten together multiple times, and my most favorite guy. And I have not gotten to write with Jason yet. We've talked about it, and I know he'll be a good guy to write with because
He's
I know.
hard to write with.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think it's his schedule.
Hard.
It's his
Hard.
schedule. That's what I found
Well,
out.
between the fire department and his modeling career.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he just went copper,
Yeah, he just went copper, y'all.
So I mean,
3 times.
Triple copper.
but no,
You
it's
can't even go to scrapyard and get anything for that anymore, hardly.
Sure can't. He just made me go throwback on my dad. He used to fill the back of a little pickup S10 truck full of radiators from. And he'd go and scrap the metal. Good days, good times, I guess. But yeah, so this song's called Small Town Dream. I kind of had this guitar idea, this guitar part this guitar riff, and I've loved this riff, and I just wanted to write a song with it, and really hadn't been able to come up with a song with this riff. And it kind of goes like this, but we kind of wrote this song, and it happened. It was one of those things, it just flowed out.
Yep.
And we kind of talked about the idea, and then we kind of got a grasp on kind of what we were thinking or what the song should have been about.
At least we thought we
At least we thought we did. So I'm going to sing it and play it for y'all and see if y'all can interpret what we were thinking. But
there's actually some true stuff in this story too. Like one verse is what's the one about the snake and the tattoo?
Yep.
So the tattoo line in this song, I was playing a club in Bristol, like in the Tri-Cities area.
True
Bristol,
story, folks.
and had a really tight band, super tight band. We played the casinos all the time. We was tight. We was good. And I'm over here on the corner with my guitar player. Me and him are having our time playing a Skinner song, and I hear my bass player, which is solid as a rock. I mean, he's just always there. He lost rhythm. Well, the song got over. I asked Terry, I said, "What happened, man?" He said, you see the lady out there on the dance floor with the snake tattoo going up her leg? And I said, yeah. He said, she showed me where the snake tattoo went. And it messed him up. So there's little tidbits of truth all sprinkled into this song right here that Mr. P-May's fixing to do for y'all. And I won't take you down the whole line, but
No, that's great.
P-May.
That's a great, yeah. So it happened just like that in the writer's room, too, I'm telling you.
Yep.
But so this song is called Small Town Dream, folks. Hope you like it. Well, Mama should have warned me about girls like this. She was waiting tables at the meeting 3 with strawberry wine red lips. She was in a mini skirt that hid the head of a snake tattoo. When she looked at me with those eyes so green, there's nothing this girl wouldn't do. She's a little redneck, white trash, got a double wide trailer with a kiddie pool out back, a hayseed, a hillbilly, an unsophisticated kind of backwoods pretty. She's headstrong, but still willing to just about anything to make a good living. Put a grown-ass man on his knees. She's a small town dream. Well, even that heads up that no man gets. She was born a lover, straight, smothered and covered, a habit that you just can't get. She's a little redneck, white trash, got a double wide trailer with a kiddie pool out back, a hayseed, a a hillbilly, unsophisticated, kind of backwoods pretty. She's headstrong, but still willing, just about anything to make a good living. Put a grown-ass man on his knees. She's a small town dream. Drips like honey, sticky sweet, goes down smooth like a whiskey knee, burns like fire, third degree, ain't nothing but a small town dream. She's a little redneck, white trash, got a double wide trailer with a kiddie pool out back. A hair seed, a hillbilly, an unsophisticated kind of backwoods pretty. She's headstrong, but still willing to just about anything to make a good living. Put a grown-ass man on his knees. She's a small town. She's a small town dream.
Female
Small town dream, y'all.
Man.
So that was the riff, but pretty much was just a fun song. I like the imagery in that one.
Oh, there's a lot of good imagery in that one. A lot of good imagery. So,
yeah.
Smother Cover. I would probably, I haven't really practiced it that much, but are you going to do Shine?
It doesn't matter. If you want to, you go ahead and do it.
It's up to you.
I'm okay with it if you do it.
All right. Well, Shine is a song that I sat down with Mr. Pime Hernadez and a guy named Andy Davis in town, and I got this idea. I lived in an RV for 2 years behind my mother-in-law's house when I moved back to Tennessee a couple years ago, and I was walking out of the RV and going up to eat with the family, and my wife texts me and says, hurry up, come on and bring so-and-so, so-and-so. And I'm thinking in my mind, anytime you need it, I'm there. That's what I'm here for, you know. But I ain't texting all that. I'm just thinking now. It's like, man, that's a song idea. So I was actually about 10 or 15 minutes late getting upstairs to eat because I had to sit down and write the idea out. And then got a chance to sit down with Mr. Pime and Andy Davis, and hopefully I can remember all the words to this. For some reason, it's just one of them that sticks me sometimes. But it's called Shine. Anytime, baby, that you want me, anytime, baby, at all, anytime, baby, that you need me, yeah, anytime, baby, you can call, 'cause anytime, baby, I'll come running, even if it turns into a crawl. 'Cause when it comes to your love, I'll stop at nothing, babe. A man like me's old enough to know you're so rare, you're like a diamond, oh, so precious and so fine. Got me wrapped around your finger. You're the reason that I shine. Can't believe, baby, how I found you. Can't believe, baby, how I feel. Can't believe there's something so heavenly, so far above me, brought me a treasure no one could steal. You're so rare, you're like a diamond, oh, so precious and so fine. Got me wrapped around your finger. You're the reason that I shine. Yeah, you're the reason feeling like a mansion on a hill, like $1 million bill, like a neon sign on Friday night. You're the reason why, the reason, you're the reason that I shine. You're so rare, you're like a diamond, oh so precious and so fine. Got me wrapped around your finger. You're the reason that I shine. Yeah, you're the reason that I'm feeling like a mansion on a hill, like $1 million bill, like a neon sign. Friday night, you're the reason why, you're the reason that I shine. Woo! Thank you. Hope I didn't get too loud on y'all.
Yeah.
Now Mr. Asa, you got.
I'm watching this, and it's like a locomotive. You know, you guys are starting off kind of warming up, man, and now there's no stopping. It's like whoop, boom, boom, boom. This is awesome.
That's the way it is in Nashville in the rounds. You get up, and normally you have 1 hour. You got to plug in, you got to sound check, and you play like 3 songs, maybe 4 if you're lucky. Maybe 2 of us get to play the 4th one, and then you're done, and you're out the door, and you're just getting.
Yeah, you're just getting
going, getting going. Yeah.
I love it. This is awesome. And these lines covered and smothered. I mean, the smell reminded me of what I should do. This first line with my daddy, oh Lord, this stuff is awesome.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I get that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like goosebumps all over. It is awesome.
Well, we're gonna keep it going then, and let
Yeah, I'll
Mr.
see if I can bring you down now.
See if you can bring it down. You gonna do Old Pirates for us?
Yeah, I'll do Old Pirates.
This is actually, if Jason don't care for a minute, this is one of my favorites that he does. It's just got that feel to it. But and I won't take
That's
up
fine.
no more of your time.
I've got one of my best friends. He's a really great friend of mine. Lives in Miami, Florida, and he's 75 years old, and he's a boat captain still to this day. And when I say a boat, I'm talking a 90-foot yacht that he's the captain of. It's not his; he's just the captain of it. But when you think of an old pirate, you know this guy is what you picture. He's an old pirate. And I've always wanted to write a song for Jimmy Buffett, and he was at Exit Inn, Tuesday night, and I got to throw this song at him. And then they kicked me out of Exit Inn. So quit throwing stuff at Jimmy Buffett. He's never gonna cut it. That's so stupid. It's not true at all. Well, the wind in my sail has quit blowing. The cannons don't fire from the deck. I can't find any rum in the galley. My ship is turned into a wreck, and I'm all alone with my memories and the weight of the world off my chest. This old way of life has been claimed by the sea. There's still a few old pirates left, and I'll fly the old Jolly Roger off the back of my new fishing boat. She'll never get me to the islands, so I'll just hang out here on the coast, where I drift away in sand every day to a place that I'll never see, dreaming of treasure in old wooden chests. There's still a few old pirates left. Now the tourists, they come from all over, stay for a while, then they go, and everyone's running from something, but most of us don't even know. So I sit on the beach with my guitar. I might write a new song now and then. Where I go from here is anyone's guess. There's still a few old pirates left. and I'll fly the old Jolly Roger off the back of my new fishing boat. She'll never get me to the islands, so I'll just hang out here on the coast, where I drift away in the sand every day to a place that I'll never see, dreaming of treasure in old wooden chests. There's still a few old pirates left. Dreaming of treasure in old wooden chests. There's still a few old pirates left. And I'm one of those old pirates, I guess. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
Oh, this song took me on a little magical journey there, buddy. I love that. I enjoy listening to my fellow songwriters' songs. I really do, because it's cool, because it's one way for me to just listen and navigate, you know?
Well, I know with me, usually, say I go out, just like Hal sitting back here, he's a songwriter every day. That's what we do. I mean, all of us, I know some of us have jobs, some of us don't. I just write songs all the time. Don't make no money. Don't think that Home Depot job is still looking really good to me, y'all. But it's something, man, there's just something about the sitting and listening to good songs, and you leave, and man, the inspiration goes bang, and it's like the wheels start clicking, and then my ideas start rolling, and you run off the interstate a couple times. Finally, you pull over and you write it all down so you don't forget it, you know. But I'll quit talking in front of you. You take
You're
the mic,
good,
Mr.
brother.
Two-Man.
You're good. That's how it happens. It's just awesome. Like, yeah, I get little ideas all the time. I'm sitting there singing in my phone or talking, texting to a note document, because songs, they just come, I guess, at any time, you know. It's one guy.
I feel like it's whenever God decides to drop it in your head. That's
yeah,
when.
that's good. I like that. I'll stick with that. I guess this next song I'm going to sing for you guys is fairly a new one I wrote with a lady by the name of Jessica Nixon and a guy by the name of Jake Gant. They're some songwriter friends of mine. They play my rounds, and we got together one evening after work, and I sell cabinets. I'm a cabinet designer, and I don't build them, but I know how to. I'm pretty handy. I'm a carpenter and all that good stuff. But
No, P-May's a good carpenter.
But yeah, I don't build cabinets. I just sell them and project manage that kind of stuff. But where was I going with that whole thing? I don't even know.
Song about cabinets.
Oh, no, it's not a song about cabinets. So anyways.
Or Kitchens one. Was it Kitchens and Cabinets?
And so for me as a songwriter, it's so hard to like book and schedule rights, because a lot of my friends who don't have jobs and they just write during the day, and that's their time, that's their work. And I need to realize that, and I do realize that. But I do have some close friends who allow me the opportunity to write after I get done with my job, after they've worked all day as well. And some pretty cool songs have come out of it, and this is one of them. It's called Long Gone. And the idea behind this song, you guys ever like watch Netflix or binge watch TV shows? Anybody? Yeah. So yeah, COVID this past COVID season, whatever. Anyways, it's kind of become a new habit. I love The Blacklist, by the way. So I was watching something. My wife had something on, and it was some I don't know what it was. Some movie about vampires or something, or some young kids, and they went off into the woods and they were partying, and then the cops came and stuff like that. And so that was kind of the idea about this song, is just writing the idea from a perspective of young kids going to somewhere they probably shouldn't have been, and then they find a relationship, whatever. And anyways, this song's called Long Gone. Hope you like it. Yeah, I write songs, the ones that take me back to them backwoods, to the place where we first met. We didn't waste no time when we saw blue lights at a bench seat, so you hopped inside of that old truck of mine and just like that. We were long gone, like a runaway train flying off the tracks, long gone. With the pedal down and the radio blasting, Haggard and Hank, Wallen and Kane, a 10-beer buzz flowing through our veins like a one-way ticket. Ain't never coming back, never coming back, no, we were long gone. Yeah, well, it felt so right when your lips touched mine for the first time, knowing that we damn sure didn't care at all. We were long gone, like a runaway train flying off the tracks, long gone. With the pedal down and the radio blasting, Haggard and Hank, Wallen and Kane, a 10-beer buzz flowing through our veins like a one-way ticket. Ain't never coming back, never coming back, no, we were long gone. Whoa, oh, 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 we were long gone. I'm still chasing that feeling, chasing that high. The better my truck, the look in my eyes. We were long gone, like a runaway train flying off the tracks, long gone. With the pedal down and the radio blasting, Haggard and Hank, Wallen and Kane, a 10-beer buzz flowing through our veins like a one-way ticket. Ain't never coming back, never coming back, no, we were long gone. Whoa, oh, 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 we were long gone. That song's called Long Gone.
Long Gone.
And it's a new song for me. And actually, I've been playing in a drop tuning, so like I'm tuned down a whole step, which is...
I can tell you singing a lot lower than you.
It's lower, yeah. So that one was challenging because we wrote that with a girl, and she's like way up here. So I should have probably threw a capo on that little guy, but it's all good.
You to be
Thank
good.
you. Thank you, thank you.
Just got to reach down here a little. This next tune, I sat down and making my list out yesterday, and I texted Jason and I said, what songs you gonna sing? I usually don't make a list, man. I normally don't either, but it was one of them things where I was trying to think of the songs that I had wrote with these guys, and I knew P-May was going to do a handful of songs that me and him wrote, so it ended up, most of my list is Jason Grove songs that me and him wrote, but this next one is called Skinny Dipping, and it's been kind of it's been one of them weird songs that kind of came out of nowhere. It kind of happened over text again. I had this idea. You go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say we were not skinny dipping when we wrote this song. I'll clear that up.
That came after. That came after. But again, it was one of these songs that just happened over text. And I remember, and member is a word. I looked it up in the dictionary. I remember standing where I was standing at when a lot of this came, and I wrote it down and I sent it to you. And I was like, man, what do you think? And then he sends me verses, and then I send back, and then boom. So if you're ever going to go skinny dipping, does anybody like to skinny dip, by the way? I knew Asa would be the first one to jump up. Kind of had a feeling about you all along. You just look like a skinny dipper. Just like the kind that would be up on the dock, take off running, and just full on out into the water. That's it. I knew the whole time. What'd she say?
I don't.
Chunk and dunk? Oh, chunky dunk. Okay.
That's a pretty good idea for a song.
Okay, we're going to write that one next. So if you're going to go skinny dipping, first thing you got to do is find a girl like you that thinks like you. And the next thing you do, what do you do?
Are you asking me?
No, I don't. I'm just messing with you. So if you're going skinny dipping,
I don't even know where I'm at right now. I can't remember my middle name. And
Robert,
Robert, there it is.
that's my middle name. The first thing you gotta do is find a girl that thinks like you. Find a pond or lake by a creek or river for a midnight rendezvous, and then you wait until the sun goes down, full moon comes up. Yeah, you way out till you just start floating, kind of feels like love. It's a dive in the water, it's a swing from a rope, it's a jump off a bridge on the side of the road. Yes, I can't wait to be alone on a night like this again. Skinny dipping to a country song, nick-nack around a bottle of Patron, laid up floating on a floaty in the middle of the creek. Ain't nothing like a little fishing around in the dark for a honey hole, skinny dipping to a country song. Lightning bugs on a Friday night, 40 miles from I don't care. You can take your truck, we can walk barefooted. I'm thinking as long as you're there, we can find that perfect spot. I'll cover my eyes. Yeah, you can wiggle right down in them moonlit waters. I'll catch a little peek of them thighs. It's a dive in the water, it's a swing from a rope, it's a jump off a bridge on the side of the road. Yes, I can't wait to be alone on a night like this again. Skinny dipping to a country song, nick-nack around a bottle of Patron. Yeah, laid up floating on a floaty in the middle of the creek. Ain't nothing like a little fishing around in the dark for a honey hole, skinny dipping to a country song. Skinny dipping, you know? Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good stuff, man. I've been hanging around a couple of years now. These writers' rounds with these guys, and after you kind of see the same thing at these writers' rounds and the same characters and the same people, and it just kind of inspired me to write a song called The Writers' Round about some things that I've been seeing at these things that we play. So it's just a gimmicky little. You'll get it.
It's a great song, though.
6 strings and a dream and a bottle of Jim Beam. I've been trying to write something that George Strait would sing, hoping that someday it'll turn my life around. I spend all my time looking for lines, writing them down and then making them rhyme. In every dim lit smoky bar room in this town. That's the life of a flat broke late Thursday nighter in a room full of drifters and highway survivors, praying someday they'll become famous songwriter. Yeah. Well, can I bum a light for the 3rd time tonight? Hey, let's get together next weekend and write. 'Cause I've got some ideas that I'm pretty sure you're gonna like. But I don't have a car, hell, I walk to this bar. Can you pick me up, man? I don't live that far. They're calling my name again, I'm on the last round tonight. That's the life of a flat road, late Thursday nighter, in a room full of dreamers and heartbreak survivors, praying someday they'll become famous songwriters. Well, we've all heard it before, standing at the front door. He's been writing songs since '74, but he's pretty sure that the last one just might have a shot. So just reach for the stars, no matter how far, and keep playing your songs in those back alley bars. Now what's the last line of this song?
I forgot.
Oh, heck. Hell, I forgot. That's the life of a flat road, late Thursday night, in a room full of music, roll big shot insiders, praying someday I'll become a big hit songwriter. And a better guitar player, maybe. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to play another song we wrote.
Which one we do?
My best friend's girlfriend.
Oh man, come on now.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah, this is another one that came to me in the RV.
So go ahead.
Why?
Go ahead.
Man,
talk.
it's crazy the RV songs, and I just sold the RV, and my wife said, "You gonna wind up hating that you sold that thing." I said, "No, I ain't." Just glad to see it go, but P-May, I'll let you tell it.
All right, well, it goes like this. Well, she was swinging her legs, sitting on my tailgate, batting those big green eyes. He was way past sober, she was way over, wasting her Friday nights. He didn't have no job, didn't have no wheels, but luckily for me, I had both. We picked her up on time, obviously he's blind. That I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. It's getting harder and harder to pretend that I don't notice her Daisy Dukes, cut off jeans and them cowgirl boots, her tattoos and that great big smile. But she's with him and that drives me wild. I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. Where's the woo?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's been a minute.
Well, ever since high school, he and I'd been cool. 12th grade, she showed up. Man, you should have seen us. Nothing came between us. Now she's sitting in my truck. Single cab Dodge Ram, holding the wrong hand. Here I am, 10 and 2. I'm way over being their chauffeur. What am I supposed to do? I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. Whoa, oh, it's getting harder and harder to pretend that I don't notice her Daisy Dukes, cut off jeans and them cowgirl boots, her tattoos and that great big smile. She's with him and that drives me wild. I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. Yeah, I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. Whoa, whoa, it's getting harder and harder to pretend that I don't notice her Daisy Dukes, cut off jeans and them cowgirl boots, her tattoos and that great big smile. She's with him and that drives me wild. I'm in love with my best friend's girlfriend. Whoa, whoa, it's getting harder and harder to pretend that I don't notice her Daisy Dukes, cut off jeans and them cowgirl boots, her tattoos and that great big smile. But she's with him and that drives me wild. I'm in love with my best friend's girl. I was looking for that part right there. Anyways,
So that was Andy Davis and Andy's
Scotty.
brother, Scotty Davis.
Yeah.
I just got to know something, P. May. We're just good friends, right? We're not best friends. I'm not your best.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I just
could.
wanted to make sure that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm married though.
Well, okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were all good.
This you what that darling.
You know, it's
was
funny.
good.
The few times I've sang that out, I got done, and afterwards I'd go up to get a drink or something, you know, and say, they look at me like, "Is that a true story?" No, it's just a song idea. That's what's cool about writing songs.
It was
We could be like superheroes. My buddy Hal's got a great song that he wrote. I think the title's "Not All Superheroes Wear Capes."
Not all heroes were.
Not all heroes wear capes, and man, that's a great song. It really is. It speaks to the heart, man. So, yeah,
We gonna get Hal.
we're gonna
up
get
here.
Hal up here.
We're gonna get Hal up here shortly,
Yes,
for sure.
Oh,
We're going to get him up here.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple more rounds through here. I'm sure. I don't even know what time. Oh, we got plenty of time. It's just 7 o'clock. Unless are y'all in a hurry? Well, don't y'all ain't in a hurry, are you? Are y'all leaving? Don't nobody leave. Can't nobody go nowhere right now. Is the door locked? Door's locked. So okay. This next song here, me and Jason wrote in the woodshed. What I call, it's where I piled up a bunch of wood during COVID. It's my father-in-law's barn, and I stacked, I think about 28 ricks of wood. It's a big pile of wood.
Yeah, and then he says, "Oh yeah, there's a chicken snake that lives in here too. So don't pay him any mind." The whole time I'm sitting here doing this.
But this song, I've never played this song out. This will be the first time I've ever played it out. I've sat at home and played it, and the melody of this song was what came to me first, and I sang it into my phone, and I lived with it for not very long, and then I threw it out at Jason, and he threw some stuff back, and then we finally got to sit down. And this is the only song that we've sat down somewhere together and wrote, and but it's called Lonely. I shake off the night, the morning burns my eyes, I head into work, the same clothes from last night. There's a half-empty bottle on the stand by my bed that's full of old spirits, better left to the dead. Well, that's when the storm from the whiskey kicks in. That's when the lonely from the starts creeping in. It's right about then I can't get over you. Between now and the morning, I guess I'll make it pretend like a stranger feels a little like you, but just till the lonely starts creeping in. They feed on this heartbreak, keeping me up late at night. Lay on your pillow up in the morning break. just might be so. With the wrong chord. Half bottle of spirits poured out a room full of ghosts. But that's when the storm from the whiskey kicks in. And that's when the lonely starts creeping in. Hardest right about I can't get over you. Between now and the morning, I guess I'll make it. Pretend like a stranger feels a little like you. But just still the lonely starts creeping. And that's when the storm from the whiskey kicks in.
Come on.
Thank you. I messed it up a couple of times, but it's the first time I played it out. But
Dude, we don't know when you mess up, right? Y'all let's keep on going. We don't know when you mess up. Here's the interesting thing. So, first of all, y'all are rock stars.
Thank you.
There's a magic. And I don't know. I grew up at the time where there was vinyl. You bought there wasn't any tape or CD or nothing. It was vinyl.
Yep.
And you get that jacket off and you read them lyrics and you sit in front of that stereo and you're absorbed into the song. And I'm telling you, there's like we take music for granted so much. It's so easily available. It's so at our fingertips for nothing. And what y'all do now, we all have stories. I get it. We all got lives and emotions and stories and stuff like that. But what you do to bring this together to touch me and the people that are sitting in this room, there's magic there. And that's what, being the artist that y'all are. And I know you got a day job. I get it. I used to paint. I had a day job. But I had to do it. And I see in every one of you, you've got to write this song. It's coming out of you no matter what. And this is the really cool thing, to watch all this and know that may not be a story that happened in your life, but somehow some event triggered it to come about. And dude, I hope people see this and watch and understand how cool it is to see this process that y'all are just spilling it all out. Like I said, I'm getting goosebumps almost every song. It's remarkable, and I can't thank y'all enough.
it is
Thank
a
you.
it's one of them things that I guess it once it becomes a part of you, like anything else, it becomes a habit, and you can't quit thinking about it. But while I have the mic, I'm gonna do one more song if that's okay. Yeah, but Mr. Grove, I can't even talk. Mr. Grove here, and hopefully I can remember all the words to this one. But he texted me this song here a while back. Complete text, already written. He says, "See what you can do with this." And I sat down and I couldn't figure out where to go with it. And I called him up and I said, "Man," "you got to sing me at least a line or something. Give me some kind of direction." He's like, "Man, I don't know. I just wrote this down. And he kind of mumbled a couple lines out, maybe. And
If you want a sad song to sound sad, you get this guy to sing it. 'Cause
well, appreciate that.
he can do it.
Amen.
But he sends me this song, and I sat down and I messed with it for it was not too long. And we just recorded it at what's his name?
Gary Carter studio.
Gary Carter. Yeah, he plays for Marty Stewart and Connie, all of them, man, on the Opry, and great steel player. But we went to his studio and recorded this. I don't know what Jason's going to do with it. Maybe it's one of them Grammys we're waiting on. But this is called Violet, y'all.
forgot it.
No, I ain't forgot it. I'm just getting it the right. It's one of those songs. If you attack it wrong, it's gone. You wanted a house in the country. Bought you a house. See, you got me messed up. You forgot the words and then it's gone. I bought you a house in the country, right where you wanted to be. A little white house with a swing on the porch where we'd sit and drink our sweet tea. You always wanted a garden, a place to watch your flowers grow. So I built you one in the front yard of our house down on Old King Creek Road. They say roses of red are for lovers, and you planted more come every spring. And all of our dreams I never seen, all the heartache the roses would bring. I made you a new bed last summer, one where you'd spend your last days, right by the window in front of the porch swing where we'd lay together and pray. They say roses of red are for lovers, but you planted more come every spring. And all of our dreams I'd never seen, all the heartache the roses would bring. Yeah. So I'm pulling up all the roses, 'cause they just remind me of you. And I'll plant the whole thing in violets, 'cause violets will always be blue. I'm pulling up all the roses, 'cause they just remind me of you. And I'll plant the whole thing in violets, 'cause violets will always be blue. Yeah. Jason Grove, y'all. Jason Grove. I had no hand in writing that. This is man here.
Thanks, man. Thanks for singing that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how to follow that.
I was going to say, I saw you a while ago look at him after he got done with that last song. He was thinking, how am I going to do this?
Yeah, I got a. Okay, I'll do that one for you. Okay.
How?
Let's see, I can do that. Just for you.
Hey, Jim.
Hey.
How many more we got?
You won't let him? What you want to do?
Oh, I'm good for whatever.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah,
Nope.
we're good.
I'm
now.
stuck in the middle there.
We're
All right,
good.
so I took a trip down to Key West, Florida, and I saw one of those signs that said palm reader. I wouldn't suggest doing this, but I did it, and it's a bad juju, man. It follows you around.
Hey, Jamie.
Here's a story about that little trip. Well, I met a lady down on Duval. She looked at the lines on my hands and told me she could see my future and read the soul of any man. I laid my hand down on her table. I thought I'd give her a try. Then a cold chill ran across my body when I saw the tears in her eyes. She said, but you had a chance to love a woman, and she loved you more and more each day. But you broke her heart when you walked out, but she still loves you anyway. I know you think that you're in heaven, but it's just a rock down by the sea. Your heaven's waiting for you back home, where you belong in Tennessee. So I caught the first plane out of Key West, bound for Nashville, Tennessee. I'm gonna find that girl and ask her if she's gonna marry me. So if you're ever down in Key West, look for the lady dressed in red, 'cause she might tell you what you need to hear, 'cause I heard every word she said. When she said, 'cause you had a chance to love a woman, she loved you more and more each day. But you broke her heart when you walked out, but she still loves you anyway. And I know you think that you're in heaven, but it's just a rock down by the sea. Your heaven's waiting for you back home, where you belong in Tennessee. I found heaven waiting for me when I got home to Tennessee. Thank y'all. Appreciate that.
That was great, brother.
Thanks, man.
Are we, am I going to go and then we'll try to do a little transition out, or is Hal coming up? Are you sure? Okay. Well, very good. That was a nice song there, buddy. Very sweet song. It's making me think I'm going to sing a song that I wrote about my wife. And yeah, it's one of the first songs that I wrote. I wrote this by myself, and it's a very important song to me. So I'm going to sing it for you guys, and I hope you like it, and I hope you take away some little moments in the song. But this is for my wife. Love you if you're watching out there, Wendy. It's called Last First Dance. Hope you like it. You were walking in, and I was walking out. Suddenly I couldn't remember where I was, 'cause you knocked me out with just one look. Too afraid that you could read me like an open book. But right then I knew that if I had the chance, that I would try my best to sweep you off your feet so I could have your last first dance. You're the reason that I smile when I smile. You're the reason I can't look away. And if you let me, I can love you like you've never been loved. Baby, I can make your troubles fade away with just one kiss.
Can't believe it's you again. You're dancing with your girlfriends. I'm sure you've probably been hurt and that's why you're out with them. But I just knew that this was my last chance. It's too late now, no turning back. So would you take my hand? Girl, this is your last first dance. You're the reason that I smile when I smile. You're the reason I can't look away. And if you let me, I can love you like you've never been loved. Baby, I can make your troubles fade away. Just one kiss. Just one kiss. And girl, it's so hard to believe you're walking down the aisle in that dress that your mama made to take my hand, to say our vows and stay together for the rest of our lives. Ooh, for the rest of our lives. You're the reason that I smile when I smile. You're the reason I can't look away. And if you let me, I can love you like you've never been loved. Baby, I can make your troubles fade away with just one kiss. Whoa, just one kiss.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hal.
I'm going to introduce, Hal was a last-minute addition to the show tonight. Kind of texted him yesterday when I found out these fellas wasn't going to be riding with me. Yeah, man. We're going to let P-May take a break. You want me to hold that? Yeah. Looks good on me. Don't fall. Don't fall.
All right, so it's really sort of a bait and switch deal.
Yeah, kind of a. Well, see, I thought the car was full, and then I thought, man, I'm gonna see what. But let me finish my story.
Okay.
They wasn't coming, and then Hal texts me and says, "Are we writing tomorrow?"
Yep.
And then I said, "No, we're not writing because I got to play in Crossville. I got to leave about 2." I said, "You don't go with me?" So, and that's where that came in. But I ain't gonna keep talking. Hal's got more than 2 songs. Trust me. Me and him's got some really good songs we wrote together. And what month are you coming back? July? Is it? August. Okay. Hal's gonna be back in August, and we'll do more of those songs. But I'm gonna turn it over to Hal here and let him do whichever one you want to do. If you want to tell the story about Cuyahoga, did I say that right? Cuyahoga County, or All Heroes Have Capes, like this young lady wanted to hear a while ago, which I think is one of my favorite songs, because my wife is a respiratory therapist. She works at Vanderbilt. She's worked with the COVID patients. She's done this her whole life. That's what she does. And but this song means a lot to me because of that. So maybe, if you don't care, maybe All Heroes Have Capes. Or are you already tuned a different way?
I'm already. Let me play the other one first.
All right. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Hal here for a moment.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the chance to jump up here. Yeah, he said, "You want to ride out there?" You know, P. May and Jason and I are playing and singing, telling stories. I said, "Oh man, I'll go out for that." About 11 this morning, he says, sends a text, "Hey, bring your guitar." And you know, the arrogant singer-songwriter's like, "Oh heck yeah, I'll bring a guitar." Then he says, "This Asa guy, he really likes these stories and spoken word stuff. So why don't you get up here and do a little spoken word stuff by a poet?" And I thought, this is not right. But anyway, I do.
I just couldn't ride in the Prius. That's the reason I didn't ride with y'all. I couldn't fit in that little car he's got. How did you fit in there?
You'd be surprised how much room there is in it.
So Prius means love. You're right up there.
Yeah. Well, see, here, quick story here. I was mad at Hal. I was really mad at Hal. Which me and Hal, we've known each other for about 2 years now, maybe, give or take. I never got mad at Hal. And the last time we wrote together, he come over to the Sawyer where I'm living at now in Nashville, and we're sitting there writing. And my whole life, my whole entire life, ever since I was a kid, first car I ever had was a 71 Super Beetle Volkswagen. So I'm thinking as a child, I'm going to grow up one day, I'm going to buy me a Porsche. You know, that's just the way it works. You know, yeah, either one, Boxster, I don't care, Carrera, it don't matter, SUV, just want a Porsche.
Prius.
So I finally, in my lifetime, I finally find a friend that has a Porsche. And then he reveals to me, without even asking me if he could, he sold it. And now he's buying a Subaru. I don't know what in the world's going on with the Porsche from a Subaru, but I got over it because Hal's my friend, and that's what friends do. They put it behind you and you move on. You don't worry about it. You don't get mad because you sold the Porsche.
Yeah. So this little glimpse that you're getting to look into, you see this and you think, how in the hell do they ever even get a line written, much less a song? Because we go this way a while, then we go that way a while. Oh, look, a squirrel.
One of them walls that don't move.
All right, so I lived in Oklahoma for about 30 years, and I had some really good friends there, and guys I hunted and fished with, and guys that were raised out in the Panhandle. And through talking to them and a lot of time spent working on a song, sort of come up with a little story, and it's really a story of America, and it starts back between 18 and 25,000 years ago when the first Native Americans crossed the land bridge from what's now Russia into Alaska. Worked their way down through the entire New World, North America, South America, not a soul in it, as civilizations developed and fell in the old world. So the Spanish crossed that country, there the Southern Plains, in 1500s, and just passed through, really. Didn't leave much of a mark anywhere north of the Alamo and anywhere till you get out close to Santa Fe, New Mexico. But the mark they left on the Southern Plains was the horse. And the horse transformed the Comanches into a group of hunter-gatherers into, for a snapshot of time, one of the most fearsome groups of people on the planet. Group of people that at their peak were in total control of about 800 to 850,000 square miles of land, from south central Texas, north into Nebraska, east to central part of Oklahoma, west into New Mexico. You know, the Native Americans that lived around here, when they were moved out into Oklahoma, they were moved into the eastern part of the state, because even at that time the Comanches were in dominion over the western edge of the state. Anyway, that state of affairs lasted for less than 100 years. Settlers moved out there and expanded into that country and backed out of that country, and finally the United States military took charge from 1850 to 1876. 1875, the last free-ranging Comanches moved to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, which is in the southwest corner of the state. And the homesteaders were there. And but World War I, the people that fed this country through World War I were those farmers in the Southern Plains and Central Plains. Dust Bowl came and moved a lot of those people out. Dust Bowl ended. And instead of feeding the United States during World War I, they fed half the world during World War II. And within 50 years, we've seen essentially the end of the family farmer as a group that feeds this country. They're obviously still around, but commercial farming is what feeds this country. Which brings us to this song. This song is about being in that line of change that moved from an empty country to a country, part of the country commanded by the Comanches, to part of the country where we were holding dominion, and then just to see that pass away. This is about being the last in line to lose that family farm. This song is called Kiowa County, Let Me Go. The auction bill said Dryland Farm, total acres 618, houses old, the barns are clean, spring rains turn the pastures green. What it didn't say was 1923. My great-grandpa signed the note. It's good he's dead, so he don't know. I went and let the whole thing go. So you can run me off this ranch, or you can paint the family name right off the gate. You can pave the whole damn thing with concrete, bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. Everything worth selling's gone. Everything that ain't is mine. The hard red dirt I leave behind, I never knew another kind. Kiowa County, let me go. All you did was keep me poor. I never knew the game before, but Jesus, now I know for sure. So you can run me off this ranch, you can paint the family name right off the gate. You can pave the whole damn thing with concrete, bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. And tonight, stroke of midnight, I won't be losing money farming anymore.
Al Odell with a capital D, y'all. Go for it.
Last night I was playing this little private party out on the river down where I live, and somebody asked me about a song or something, and I said, well, they asked me about my hat I had on, and I said, yeah, I got some in the car, and I got some CDs and some T-shirts over there. If y'all want them, come on over there and meet me after the show. And that has nothing to do with this song. I was just kind of plugging that, so maybe y'all would have heard that. I got some stuff out here. It's a long way back to Burns, Tennessee, and gas is high, y'all. But I got a friend of mine named Bernie Nelson, and I don't know if any of y'all know Bernie Nelson. But if you don't, you should Google him, because when I was growing up, he had a lot of the songs on the radio that just influenced me growing up. And he wrote the songs. He didn't sing them, but he had some Conway songs and Chris Ledoux and Confederate Railroad and anything. I got a chance to write with this guy, and then we've since become, he's one of my best friends, and he's moved to Texas now, but he's a great artist, and y'all should look him up. We wrote this song together. I told myself that I'd had enough, and I cashed in all my chips. I loaded some of my stuff in the bed of my truck, and I gave away all the rest. I threw her memory out the window and told my heart that this won't last. I traded my old boots for flip-flops and a Rand McNally map. Yeah, I can almost feel that ocean breeze from here, leaving all my worries in the rearview mirror. And I don't need a compass, just some sand between my toes, and I'll let her go at mile marker 0. They tell me the sunsets can take your breath away. I hear you can find yourself at the end of A1A. But right now I still see her, and she's telling me goodbye. But when I cross over 7 Mile Bridge, I'll leave it all behind. Yeah, I can almost feel that ocean breeze from here, leaving all my worries in the rearview mirror. I don't need a compass, just some sand between my toes, and I'll let her go at mile marker 0. I let the waters of the Gulf of Mexico wash away the worry in my soul. Yeah, I can almost feel that ocean breeze from here. I'm leaving all my worries in the rearview mirror. I don't need a compass, I need sand between my toes, and I'll let her go at mile marker 0. Yeah, I'll let her go at mile marker 0. Mile marker 0. Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Smooth, that smooth country. I told you it was. He had that smooth country. Yeah. You want me to say something? I ain't got no guitar, man.
You can play mine if you want to. Do you want to play mine?
No, I'm good. If you want, you can play one, or I'm gonna take y'all down a road that I just kind of started going down recently. It's up to you.
It's up to you. I was just wondering how many songs we were going to do so I could figure out which next one to do. That's all.
All of them. Just do them all.
All of them. Do all of them. Go ahead. We're going to stay in the lineup.
Not all at once, though. Just do one at a
Don't do
time.
them all at once. Just do one at a time.
That would clash pretty bad, I think, with my songs. Hey, I'll give it a shot.
What
No.
you talking about?
Huh?
Oh, no, you.
No, a
got this.
mashup. If I try to do a mashup of all my songs, that'd be. I'm gonna try it. That's cool. All right, so I think let me go with this song. So we got a couple more. So I'm not gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna break out my.
You ain't going to break out the closing song.
No.
Man, I already did my closing song.
You did?
Yeah.
Jamie,
I'll have to do
pass
another.
this down.
Sir?
Will you? It's the game of musical guitar. It's pretty musically.
You see me hold 3 different guitars tonight.
I hope we got that on camera. All right, so this song I'm going to sing for you guys is called Friday Night. Any other Friday night? Something like that. It's kind of a new song. Well, not new, but it's old. I don't do it a whole lot, but I'm going to do it for you tonight. And yeah, it's about a relationship, about a guy wanting to be with his wife, partner, whatever. But it's called Any Other Friday Night. Hope you like it.
Next Friday night, me and the boys head out. We hit a local bar on the other side of town. But it's me without you, you without me. It just isn't right. I wish this was like any other Friday night. Any other Friday night, I'd be home with you. Bottle of wine, taking our time, with nothing but you on my mind. Any other Friday night, I'd have you in my arms, settling in, taking you in, stealing a kiss again and again. Oh, 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 oh. Any other Friday night, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Any other Friday night, next Friday night, I'm on my way home to see you. I've got some red roses and some Chinese takeout food. Now it's just you and me and you. Now everything's alright. Tonight's gonna be just like any other Friday night. Any other Friday night, I'd be home with you. Bottle of wine, taking our time, nothing but you on my mind. Any other Friday night, I have you in my arms, settling in, taking you in, stealing a kiss again and again. Oh, 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 oh. Any other Friday night, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Any other Friday night, let's make our way back to the room. We'll have a little fun. It's me and you. Any other Friday night, I'd be home with you. Bottle of wine, taking our time, nothing but you on my mind. Any other Friday night, I have you in my arms, settling in, taking you in, stealing a kiss again and again. Oh, 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 oh. Any other Friday night, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Any other Friday night.
Amen.
Friday, any other Friday night, y'all. Thank you.
Nice tune, brother.
Thank you. You heard that once before, I think. And I did it differently from what I played it for you for. So
How you turn this thing up? Is it turned up? I got you. Seeing as I got this knobs in the front. I think I can hear it. It's just a different spot.
sweet spots.
This is a nice guitar. Well, that's where I was going. That's where I was going. Seeing as I ended up in this chair, I'm gonna save my spoken word for my last thing I do for y'all tonight. That'd be a new thing for me. But this song here I wrote with a guy named Jason Goolsby. Jason's coming here, I think August or June. Can't remember. September, we have Kason Lester, which is the Strawberry King from Lebanon. He was on The Voice year before last. Kason's really good. Y'all enjoy Kason. He's got some good stuff. And Nicole Kahuli. I can't never say her last name right. But just dropping a couple names there. But this song I wrote with Mr. Jason Goolsby. And last year we won Golden Pick at the Bluebird with it. It's called Sweet Spots. It's Friday night, lights out on the couch. And that place that's broken in and sinking down. It's the place here on my chest. You lay your head and rest. And end up drifting off to dream. It's the place there in the tall grass. Where we count the stars on our backs. It's the dance floor where we're swaying. It's the church pew where we're praying. And sometimes when the world starts throwing everything at me that is God, and life gets so unfair, I get shaken to my core. Yes, I've been there before. I could be bitter, but I'm not. 'Cause I got these sweet spots. It's the place in my heart where you reside, till it beats for you one last and final time. It's the place here on my lips where I tasted our first kiss, where I said a million love yous, and I swore to God that I do. And sometimes when the world starts throwing everything at me that is God, life gets so unfair, I get shaken to my core. Yes, I've been there before. I could be bitter, but I'm not. 'Cause I got these sweet spots when the world starts throwing everything at me that it's God. Life gets so unfair, I get shaken to my core. Yes, I've been there before. I could be bitter, but I'm not. 'Cause I got these sweet spots. It's Friday night, lights out on the couch. And that place that's broken in and sinking down. It's the place there on my chest. You lay your head and rest.
Yes.
Sweet spots, y'all. Thank you very much. I'm going to slide it back over to Mr. Hal here, see what he can do. You got one more in you, don't you?
All right, so obviously everybody knows about the Bluebird that Jamie talked about. A place that people used to be able to go here, listen to music till the show Nashville came on, and now there's a line all the way around the building every day.
Yeah.
But in the songwriting community, there's a term called a Bluebird song. And it seems like that should be a good thing, but I think it's really a criticism. What it means is a song that makes people feel something but has no commercial feasibility at all. And I thought, well, hell, I'm the king of this.
Me too.
Because not so much the writing the songs that make people feel stuff, but the no commercial feasibility thing, I got that down.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna do a Bluebird song, and this is about all those people that make our lives click, that we don't thank as much as often as we ought to. Teacher that sees something great in each and every child, cancer clinic volunteer that always brings a smile, the stepdad that steps up and loves them like his own. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers, they don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, but they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. The girl that gives a shelter dog a second chance at life, the rescue team that doesn't sleep keeps searching through the night. A voice coming through that crisis line makes you feel a little less alone. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers, they don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, but they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. For those that wear the uniform to make our country proud, some still fighting demons they don't talk about, and others under crosses a long, long way from home. They're just ordinary people that do extraordinary things. They don't have superpowers and they don't fly on wings. You might not ever know their names, and they don't do it for the fame. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. They're just ordinary people. They come in every size and shape. Not all heroes wear capes. Thank you. Thank you. With that, I'm going to get out of his way.
No, stay in the seat, man. If you good staying up here, just stay. We're gonna walk through here and then say our goodbyes, but I'm gonna let Mr. Jason Grove sing his
One more?
famous big hit he's got.
Which one is that?
Do a medley of your hit.
That one that Tim Groff in the cut.
The one, oh yeah.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Hey, for real though, before I forget to say it, I really appreciate y'all staying,
Triple copper.
hanging with us tonight.
Yeah.
I hope y'all come back next month. I think it's July 10th is our next date. So, you know, if y'all are into this, we're going to have some different singers next time around. I'll probably be here, but I'm not going to get behind this mic every time. This young fella sitting behind the camera right here, Mr. James Crowley. I did say that right. Yeah. I'm bad about last names. We got the first name. That's easy because I'm James actually too. But Mr. James is going to be from behind the camera, sitting up here on stage with us. He's going to be sharing some songs.
All right.
I don't know if y'all have heard him, but dude's got some great stuff, great voice. But I'm going to let Mr. Jason have it here. And, y'all give it up for Jason.
Thank y'all for
Groves.
letting me do this. Hey, thanks for letting me have me. I appreciate every one of y'all. I've been called a dreamer my whole life, and I've been knocked down for it at times and lifted up for it at others and made fun of. And, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a dreamer. So no matter how big they are, you just keep reaching for them, right? So this is my little tribute to the dreamers. That's me trying to remember it.
That's what it looks like.
Well, Bobby Ray walked into here last week with that battered up guitar case. He laid a 20 on the bar and said, "Hey pal, it's all I got to my name." He had a John Cash sticker and another one that read, "God bless Chris Ledoux, just another soul at the Dreamer's Rendezvous." Jenny Lynn sat on a stool last night with that hummingbird on her knee. She played everything from Emmy Lou all the way down to Bobby McGee. And then a little while later she was counting her tips. She said, "Lord, what am I gonna do? She's just another soul at the Dreamer's Rendezvous." And now some might dream a silver screen, wedding bells or diamond rings, or maybe just someone to hold on to. A better life, a new career, or the chance to live without the fear. It's all up to you if you believe in the Dreamer's Rendezvous. Last Saturday, all the stars lined up when the man came walking in. And he sat down on the front row there to hear Bobby and Jenny Lynn. And then a couple hours later, they were signing the deal. You see, dreams really do come true for the lucky ones at the Dreamer's Rendezvous. And now some might dream a silver screen, wedding bells or diamond rings, or maybe just someone to hold on to. A better life, a new career, just a chance to live without the fear. It's all up to you if you believe in the Dreamer's Rendezvous. Yeah, and it's all up to you if you believe at the Dreamer's Rendezvous. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
Jason Grove, y'all. What you going to take us home on, P-Man?
All right, so this is it, I guess. So this is my latest single that is out right now. I would love for you to go check it out, pretty please. It's called Whiskey Pretty.
Oh, man. See?
Yeah, so this is my last song, but yeah, so currently this is my latest single, and I got some other stuff coming out soon, a little while. Got some acoustic performance videos and some videos of this song that I'm about to sing for you, like an actual music video out there, so I'd love it if you go check it out. Go to find me on YouTube or Vivo and all that stuff. I'd love it if you go subscribe to my page, because we got some more stuff coming. But this is, what song? Whiskey Pretty.
Whiskey Pretty, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to do Whiskey Pretty for y'all.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. I wrote this with Christopher Hall, and it's it's that pretty much that song about, you know, a guy drinking and what that alcohol does to you in regards to like a relationship. So, in full disclosure, y'all, I don't have anything against drinking. I just don't drink anymore because it's not good for me, you know? And yeah, I actually love drinking. I love whiskey, and this song's about whiskey. And we shot this video at the Leaper's Fork Distillery in Nashville,
It's
or
really
Leaper's
cool,
Fork.
too.
Yeah,
it's cool.
check it out. It's a really cool video. Leaper's Fork is great, by the way. But yeah, so here you go. I hope you guys like it.
It just takes one sip out of the bottle to get me thinking about you. Another shot of bourbon whiskey, and I'm still sitting here thinking about you. You're so whiskey pretty, you got me thinking about so whiskey pretty, yeah, you go down smooth like honey proof. Whiskey pretty, whiskey pretty. When I see you used to get me, even after all that we've been through. Another shot of bourbon whiskey, baby, could make me feel the way you do. So whiskey pretty, got me thinking about you. So whiskey pretty, yeah, you go down smooth like honey proof. Whiskey pretty, whiskey pretty. Whether I'm sober, feeling bulletproof, you got me drowning in you. So whiskey pretty, got me thinking about you. So whiskey pretty, yeah, you go down smooth like honey proof. So whiskey pretty, got me thinking about you. So whiskey pretty, yeah, you go down smooth like honey proof. Whiskey pretty, whiskey pretty.
It's Whiskey Pretty, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jamie.
That's Jamie Hernadez, y'all.
Jason Grove, Hal Odell,
Odell.
Jamie Adamson.
I did this little thing on the internet here a while back, just spur of the moment. Kind of sitting at the house, I had wrote this thing out, and I grew up in South Alabama. One of my best friends that lived with me through high school kept a 48 quart ice chest in his trunk, and he made moonshine. That's what we did. We backwoods. If you talk country, that's me. And so grew up that way. His dad actually spent time in a pen for running shine. My grandpa, it just keeps on kind of going a little bit. But moonshine started, around wherever they started it at. But in Alabama and Tennessee, it grew from moonshine stills to race cars. And they burn the moonshine in the tanks of the race cars, going around and around the tracks. You know, and that's what NASCAR was born out of moonshine. Believe it or not, the whole story's on the internet. I just happen to know it firsthand. P May quit drinking. That's good. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. But I do like me a little snoot of moonshine every now and then. But so to get into character, I'm gonna read y'all. I've learned this, but I still have to look at it. It ain't like playing a guitar. There's something about the strumming kind of keeps your rhythm going in your head a little bit. But this is the progression of alcohol. So from the still through a funnel to a bottle in a trunk, down a road in a hollow to a joint full of drunks. From the hands of the shiners to the boots and the leggers, straight into the tanks, burning out carburetors. It's not your brain on drugs. It's a damn fried egg. If it burns clear blue, boy, you running on the bootleg. So it's a come one, come all to the fastest race on earth. A cop in his cruiser against a shiner in his purse. Is she too hot or too fast? Is she so smooth that she's slipping? Does she stick into the curves, or is she loose when you dig in? It's that feel that it gets when the steel's tuned right, where the rubber meets the road and he'll lose, win, or fight. It's not your brain on drugs. It's a damn fried egg. If it burns clear blue, boy, you running on the bootleg. So it's a come one, come all to the fastest race on earth. A cop in his cruiser against a shiner in his purse. He was striking dirt on the blacktop just days after being born. He smokes like rubber, but he smells like corn. His mama was a shiner. His daddy was a steel. By the moon, he was a driver. Fast as hell, tough as leather, bootlegger.
Yeah,
It's a learning curve and process, but Mr. Grove, are you going to recite us any poetry before we sign off tonight?
Oh, man. I don't have...
This man posts poems like, sometimes it seems like you do it about bi-weekly. He writes more poems than he does songs, I think. And there's one you posted here recently that was really, really good.
The Stetson hats, the one about Stetson hats. I can't get into that like you did. And I forgot my Stetson hat tonight, too.
He had to go across the street and buy a pair of boots because he wore flip-flops.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
He went and bought boots just to wear boots for y'all. That's this man. He's so committed to his character. He went across the street and bought boots.
We got out here and I was going to change clothes and I didn't have my cowboy hat or my boots. And I thought, what am I going to do? Luckily, I had some of these poet hats in the car. And I have some more.
A new batch of them.
I got a whole new patch of them out there. Here's a hat. I mean, like my granddaddy wore this old cowboy hat. And I still can see that thing hanging on a nail by the door. So that's how this poem came about. There's an old Stetson hat that hangs on a nail by the door that he used to walk through. He wore it every day in the sun and the rain like his father before him would do. It was weathered and worn, it was kind of tattered and torn, and it was stained from the sweat of his brow. It's been blown off his head and dragged through the mud and stomped in the dirt by the cows. But there's just something about an old Stetson on top of an old cowboy's head. It takes me away to a life that I love and the Louis L'Amour that I've read, where cowboys would ride through the vast open range and sleep out under the stars before the plains were paved over with highways and streets to make room for today's modern cars. I've always believed that I'm just an old cowhand 150 years late, trapped in a world where I don't belong, a victim of unfortunate fate. But I've got a few hats. I got a few old hats of my own, proud to display it on my wall. And maybe someday I'll pass them along when I answer the Lord's cattle call. Thank y'all. Appreciate that.
Y'all, we want to say thank you again for coming out. Thank you for Asa. Thank you, Miss Angela. Thank you, Grinder House, P. May, Jason Grove, Hal Odell, and all of y'all. I don't know y'all's names, but I really thank you. I appreciate you. I pray God gives y'all a great weekend, and hope to see y'all again soon. Ground and around, y'all.
Love it. Folks, July 10th is our next Ground and Round. Jamie obviously brings some more incredible talent. And I love the spoken word stuff, man. You guys, your words, it's the next level of a song. I don't know. I love it, man. It's awesome. You guys are awesome.
You got to milk it a
Your
little
stories,
bit.
dude, phenomenal. And I love the sound of this guitar, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
wild.
the graveyard guitar right there. It's got patches all in it. And
It sounds good. Guys, that's it for our show. Y'all take care. Be safe
Thank y'all
getting home.
again.
Thank you now.